Solid 100 kg temp right here. This is very good benchmark. SPD sleeves, Inzer, singlet. A little bit eclectic on the brand choice, but very good squat. Looks like an RP -5, so we're chilling. Done that, and so we figured we'd just acknowledge him for that specific milestone today. Gio is currently coming to terms with the fact that he's getting absolutely mogged on someone's first attempt right here. Gio is what you would call a misogynist. He's not comfortable with the fact that a woman's about to absolutely demolish his ego right here. Gio, you got anything to say for yourself?
180 kg squat's a very solid first squat. So we can get all three whites here.
Gio's also a racist. Yeah, so I am this is my first. All right, we've finished our first female flight of squats. We're looping right back to the start. Looks like we got a second attempt for Kalista Zamirli of 67.5 kgs. Hopefully, this one goes smooth. Really focus on get technical execution. In my personal experience, lifting in powerlifting, I lost 2 or 3 of my squat attempts to technical execution reasons. Not necessarily that I didn't get the weight, but that I didn't obey the commands correctly. And so, especially for some of these more novice or inexperienced lifters, that is going to be a factor to consider, not just the weight necessarily. Looking potentially a little bit high. Let's see how the judges score it. 3 whites. All right. Just like focus on Is there a plug-in for that thing?
Earlier, I think I'm just like special. I don't know.
90 kg squat coming up here from Larissa Villanueva. Again, same kind of cues that we were talking about earlier. Focusing on execution, making sure that everything's in line. The flashing lights, try not to get an epileptic seizure or whatever. Just big nerves. You can only imagine how they're feeling. They've trained many, many hours, many months to get to this point on the stage. Manage their diet, their sleep, their training in such a way that they're prepared to come into the meet and perform their best. You can only imagine the nerves going through their heads at this point. Gio now has mic working. We're about to hear some more of those classic bangers on his end.
We have Vi Tran Zunker up next with a 90 kg squat. See if she can get this heavy lift up.
Gio is never going to make it in the commentating industry. He simply does not have the silver tongue. Big brace. Mild struggle, a little bit of trouble in the hole, but overall very smooth execution. 3 whites, exactly what you want to see on a second attempt there.
Look at these spotters changing those weights so fast, so professional like almost. What do you have to say about that? Like a
It's
NASCAR pit
because they are
crew.
professional. They get paid to do this.
Ah. Lily Falcone up next, breaking the 100 mark, 105 kg. See if she has it in her.
5 kg jump, I believe, out of Midland University. Lily Falcone coming all the way out from the Permian Basin. Midland University is noted for being one of the very few universities that has ever offered scholarships for powerlifting in there. Notoriously a powerhouse, you know, CNATs and all that. So it's very exciting to see one of their own out here today.
Second squat attempt coming up next for Sienna Vasquez, 135 kg, almost at that 300-pound mark.
Okay.
We are great, thank you.
Like, just left for me. So it's fine. I think I've okay, that's all.
Looking like a very, very difficult second attempt there. Again, a little bit of trouble in the hole, but great execution. Got it up. Dakota Young, our resident female mass monster, dude. Gio literally mouth agape in the commentary booth here in our very official setup. She's going for 187.5 kgs, a 7.5 kg jump, pretty conservative given the ease with which she hit her last attempt. You know, she seems very confident walking up to the bar here. You know, I assume this is not new territory, just by the way she's prepared. Little setup dance here. We love Derek. That man's in the Hawaiian shirt right there is my absolute dog, ride or die. Big brace in the hole, and it looks like paper. Just flew.
Say she has a solid 4 more reps in her.
And we are back up to the top of the order. Now we're circling back to the third attempts here, where we can expect to see a bit more struggle, a bit more grind, some higher RPE lifts. You know, this is where we're going to see that sweat, blood, and tears come out. This is where we're going to see faces turn red and bars fall off backs, if that's going to happen. Very excited to see, you know, our competitors really give it every last ounce that they have and get to you know, reach their highest potential.
Bit of a struggle, but she gets it up.
And
70 kg. She has 3 whites. Count it.
yeah, no, that's 3 whites for you right there. Get full credit for the lift.
Right.
Try to open up the roster for the meet. Have some technical difficulties on my end, but it's all right. We're gonna thug it out, as the kids say.
Kids in their brain what nowadays, am I right?
Big setup, very, very concentrated, focused. Big brace, looking
90
heavy on the walkout.
92.5 kg. What? More than your bench, Curtis. Let's see if she can get it up here.
Gio's just mad because I've
Bit
mobbed
of
him
a
since the
struggle.
day I met him.
That's
Should be
a-
3 whites, as expected
white.
right there.
That was a
Great
skibbity lift there, ladies and gentlemen.
What? You know, as we're noticing back here in the commentary booth, this is not an air-conditioned venue. And that's going to prevent a challenge, especially as the night drags on for some of these athletes, you know, who are perhaps not used to that temperature and that humidity. All right. But first, we got the walkout. Very solid. Setup, head up. Moment of anticipation.
Very low there on the squat. Pass, I would even say what was necessary. Yeah, squat depth is very important.
You know, when you get it up, get it up. You're right back to Lily Falcone. We're gonna see if we can get 110 kgs on this particular attempt here. We have no idea what Derek is yapping about because of the mic distortion back here, but I'm sure whatever he's saying is absolutely amazing.
Derek seems to be encouraging here. Let's see if Lily can get up this 110 kg squat here. Big numbers from these ladies here.
Oh! Very solid out of the hole. Looked doubtful for a second there. Great depth. 3 whites exactly as expected. You know, but we ball back here. Again, almost got stuck in the hole, but that hard work and dedication paid right off. Getting out of the hole, completing her third attempt on squat. Right back up. Looking for 315 approximately squat. This is more than Gio's total right here.
Yeah. Squats right now at about 135, guys, but these ladies putting up big numbers tonight. Big numbers. 314 pounds. Most high school boys can't even break
will
315.
not go.
Close, but no cigar.
Although we would like to give a shout out to the drift. The A7 hot pink accent is very nice. And we got, again, the resident mogster of the female flight, Dakota Young, ready to absolutely demolish Gio's squat PR.
430 pounds, folks. See, seeing it right here. It's big numbers, big numbers.
Looks like we just had a bolt fly off of the combo rack. Hopefully no one, you know, hopefully that doesn't cause any issues later down the line. But, you know, bar's shaking a little bit, you know, as it gets moved along the rollers, which apparently are not rolling very well. Dakota deciding to adjust it a bit herself here.
She's strapping herself in. Wrist straps with this squat. I know nothing about squatting heavy, ladies and gentlemen.
Gio Sosa is a football player and squats about as high as the Eiffel Tower, or Wiz Khalifa, depending on which metaphor you prefer. You know.
That's light work. 3 more in her, ladies and gentlemen. Repping out what seems to be the weight of my mom.
There you have it. Gio hates his mom. Gio would just like to publicly air that out real quick for everybody to see. But first we have Jose
Nagrete.
I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that one. I'm going to have my Hispanic fellow back here take the fall for that one if it does happen, because I am not even going to pretend to know any Spanish. I took 3 years of high school Spanish, folks. 3 years. And the first year, the teacher got fired because she was so bad at her job. The second year, I had a teacher who encouraged us not to use Google Translate because that would stunt our literary growth, but rather SpanishDictionary.com. And the third year, I sat next to a Mexican exchange student. We both knew a language, the other didn't, and we just made a trade. Narrow stance from Jose Negrete, very powerful out of the hole, solid first attempt.
We got Brian Cornwell up next. Big jump, ladies and gentlemen, 155 kg. Making 341 pounds. I don't speak tea and crumpets, so we'll be saying the pounds every now and then.
There you have it. Not a Geo is xenophobic and hates the metric system. Just add that to the list of things.
What is a kilometer? Am I right?
Brian Cornwell, a TSS regular, trains with Ponch quite a bit. He's also known to get absolutely demolished at chess by Ponch or really whoever on a given day. Avid anime watcher.
Very wide stance there. That's
Really taking advantage
Legs
of
wide
those
open.
developed hip flexors, you know?
Caleb Alvarez up next. 157.5. Shout out to Stellar Shots here for being our camera people and making this live. Wise words from Curtis. Very
And it
easy
just
there.
flies.
He just sent it down there. Almost thought his knees were going to explode there for a second. No.
A little bit of a dive bomb, but an absolute.
Shout out to our guy on the left here putting the rates on. Some
Shout out
quads
to
on
our
him.
TSS spotting and loading crew, one of the best in the world. When I tried out for A&M Powerlifting, they actually showed us the TSS video for how to spot and load. So you know that it's kind of the industry standard. Another TSS regular right here going for his first attempt. Baseline coming in strong. Not quite as strong as Jared.
Lord, looked a little high there on the squat, but 3 whites, all of them count.
The angle we have back here is kind of weird. I mean, we can show you real quick. We got this angle, and we got this angle. Perhaps this is a bit better of an angle to judge a depth, but again, really you would want a camera that's right at where their hip crease is going to form to judge that well. And we're going to defer to our judges first and foremost because they do have the best view in the house.
Next up, we have Tai Sun Mun, 175. All strong openers here from each and every one of our lads.
Again, Gio's fragile masculinity is slowly being shattered into 10,000 pieces as he watches everyone out squatted. Just wait till we get to bench press, the staple lift of any football bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, my incline is indeed higher than my bench.
I can confirm it. We do not know the reason why that is. We have been researching it thoroughly. But it appears that Gio is just like that, you know? He just built
Shoulder
kinda weird.
strength.
All of that from someone whose shoulders literally just look like pieces of salami.
I'd go more with bratwurst.
Bratwurst.
Devin
Sager, resident TSS, absolute gremlin. He is also perhaps the tallest powerlifter in the world, but definitely at this meets, standing at 6'7". This man is absolutely not meant to be a powerlifter. He should really find a basketball, but he does insist that this is his passion and calling. So we've just decided to let the tall folks take all the sports. And for most of that first opener, he might
like
just-
butter out there. Shout out to the DJ for putting on this bomb music. Wish we had some back here, ladies and gentlemen. You would hear me dancing.
we just get the baseline back here. We get to watch the disco ball. I don't think that these shots, let's see if we can fully capture. No, we cannot, unfortunately. There is a disco ball, and I believe there are fog machines. All right, we got Shy. All right.
Cheyenne Kezri.
That's my dog, Shy. TSS employee and heart and soul of the community here. Absolutely great photographer, here all the time, hard worker, works as hard in his career as he does in his lifting, and we're just going to see him shine tonight. But first off, it's going to start with this squat right here. 413, Light side the struggles, but 3 white lights all expected. Very easy.
People in the crowd cheering for my boy Shy. Lots of fans here tonight. Good turnout, ladies and gentlemen.
This segment of the meet brought to you by caffeine. No particular brand, just the molecule. Would you like to be awake? Would you like to lift? Would you like to steady? Caffeine, everyone's favorite adenosine agonist. Big breaths from Austin as he prepares to go for a 200 kg first attempt.
Tall dude.
Locking in, very strong lock in. Veins bulging out the forehead. Big brace. A little bit of a struggle, but ultimately a complete lift. You know, very solid. You know, looks great. Other than you know, perhaps not the ease you'd want to hit your first attempt with, but you know, he did hit it. You know, you can only go up from here.
Christian Cavazos up next. 200 kg. Oh, it's like Nick A30 almost.
What?
It's like Nick A30.
Gio's insisting on showing me some influencer that he thinks that this guy looks like. He's kind of right. Yeah. I have no idea who that is, and I'm not going to comment on anything further than that, but a very good first attempt. Gerardo Cullen. I hope. Mom, Dad, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I'm trying out here.
Shout out to Jimmy.
Matching my personal PR out here on his first attempt. Gerardo Colunga.
Gerardo Colunga.
To every contestant out here, I would just like to personally apologize for the fact that
Butchering their names.
Very white self cannot pronounce anything that is not from Britain directly. Big brace. A couple of baby breaths.
Got the spotters dancing over here on the right. I don't know if that was just me or this freaking hitter. Ricky Ortiz up next, 220 kg. This is my personal best at bicep curling right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Gio really thinks he's Coach Dolan, but you know, really.
Shout out Daddy D, steroid master.
Also a 1,000-pound deadlifter. If you know,
Yes.
you know.
If you know Chris Dolan. It's my sister's boyfriend, ladies and gentlemen.
He's all of our mother's boyfriend. Going into the hole very slowly. Popping out.
Wow, impressive lift.
2 whites. I don't know where that red came from, but, you know, again, don't have that view. But it looks very solid. Looks like he's getting some counseling. The coach is getting some counseling from the spotter. And see what's going on. That's the high school. That's before.
Daniel Gilmore raising the racks. This may be a humongous dude. Looks about. Oh yeah, looks about 6'13" from over here.
Looking for 501 pounds. Very solid opener. Passing the 4 red mark. Little 3-step walkout. High bar technique. Mild struggle, kind of pushes back on those heels. Very interesting. We see that from these higher weight class lifters, the kind of dive bomb and pushback technique. You can go around the back, yeah. And we're just directing people to food. This segment brought to you by food. You need it, you love it, eat it. Food.
Food.
Gio's known to love a lot of food, sometimes too much food.
I used to be fat.
He is fat.
Used to.
We're cycling back to the very top of the flight here.
Jose Nagrete.
There we go. Coming back with 105 kgs. You know, really, I was expecting a slightly bigger jump given the fact that his first attempt went so well. But, you know, these athletes do have a plan going into this.
It's all about game planning here, folks. Just like any other sport, you need a game plan going in. Struggles going up, but he gets it miraculously,
And
ladies.
perhaps that was the right call. Big third attempt watch on that man right there. Very excited to see what he brings to the table. Going back to Caleb Alvarez, big jump to 170 kg. Again, love that man Derek right there, the Hawaiian shirt. Spotters dancing once again.
Switch angles here real quick, folks. If we can see them walking out. Caleb Alvarez going for 170. Three-step walk out there.
A little bit of knee cave, mild struggle, but again, a very, very smooth second attempt right there. Exactly what you're looking for. Big third attempt potential there. Probably setting a new PR just based on the way he's looking out here.
We got Brian Cornwall up next. 374. 170 kg. Racing well. Four-step walkout this time.
Big brace. Very smooth. A little bit of struggle there, but on the second attempt, that's what you're expecting to see.
Seems like one of the wider stances among our competitors out here. Brian Cornwall with a very wide stance.
You heard it here first, folks. Gio Sosa, foot stance expert. He will visually guesstimate your foot width. You know,
It's about like a
extremely
10-foot stance from Brian. Ty-Sun Mun up next, 177.5 kg, ladies and gentlemen. Very big squat coming from this man right here.
Big brace. Walk out. It's good. Looks very, very ready to lift. Dive bomb technique works to perfection. Didn't even look like it was a loaded bar. Can you believe it, folks? RPE -5 once again.
Jared Laborde, 185.
Shout out to Team TSS and all the people who work here on a daily basis to make this gym and this meet possible. They're responsible for the training of many folks, including myself and Jared, and a number of world-class athletes, you know. Shy coming right back out with 35 loaded up. Very excited for the second attempt here. He's still yet to be seen. Shot clock's winding down. Traditionally see competitors a bit more eager to get on the stage. I am sunburned to a crisp right now. I worked 6 hours straight, no sunscreen, on a lot with no shade today. And I currently feel like my skin is going to peel off my body. Shy, ready, 22 seconds left. Grips the barbell, prepares himself, wraps the pinky fingers. Dances and wiggles into the barbell. Plants the feet, unracks the bar. again just before the shot clock expires. A very solid second attempt. Almost easier than the first attempt there. That dive bomb technique that we've seen in the past.
Kevin Sanger up next. 200 kg even. This is our
Maxing out the squat rack or the combo rack here. If this man misses this lift, there is no hope of getting that barbell back up. So not only is he hoping that he gets this lift, but the spotters are praying that they don't have to try to shoulder press this. Unfortunately, we do not have Eddie Hall here, who is perhaps the only man who could do that. Big brace. 1, 2, 3 step walkout. Shake the quad out a little bit. Little calf raise. Squatting in the Converse. It's got the hard bottoms on. Big brace. And a second attempt, just the way you like it. Buttery smooth. Very mild signs of struggle.
Austin Turner up next. 207.5 kg.
Now that Gigantor is done lifting, we got our resident squat demon showing up. I believe a 7.5 kg jump from last time. Again, with that very low bar technique, that kind of energetic setup. Explodes right off the rack to walk it out. Big brace. Very controlled eccentric and a seemingly pretty difficult concentric portion of that lift right there. But he does get the lift 3 whites, you know, where that's another one of those third attempt watch lists, you know, where we're looking to see a big grind to perhaps set a new PO.
We can get our boy Devin to squat out here sometime. Or Derek, apologies.
Look at that man and his flip-flops. Oh, my goodness. As an Aggie, it's hard to forgive him for the fact that he is going to be T-SIP. However, again, if you go to TSS, you know about that man's shirts. You know about that man's drip. Very smooth second attempt from Christian. You know that is the heart and soul of this gym right here. And I will have to struggle to forgive him for that grave sin.
Gerardo Kalunga up next. 215 kg squat here. Second attempt. Expecting to see a little bit of struggle here, not too much, but see how this lift goes.
Again, our spotters perhaps getting a little bit too into the spotters very enthusiastically dancing over there. Kind of getting some boot. Oh, yep. Check that arm swing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's ready. Nope, he's locked in. Representing Mexico with his headband, he's showing the power, you know, that he has within him, making that look like an absolute breeze.
No signs of struggle at all there from Kalunga. Ricky Ortiz up next.
Gio is showing early signs of CTE and early onset dementia. He appears to be failing all his classes right now. Additionally, he
Middle school's hard. What can I say?
perfect for Mr. Dolan, you know. Raises his hands to ceiling. Locks in. Appears to be using an Inzer belt, you know, and the Inzer sleeves. You know, very, very stiff setup here. Not a lot of give in those particular pieces of equipment. Slow descent. Bit of a grinder.
And he gets it up. Let's see, get all 3 whites here. 1 red. Is that the side spot? Do you know what spot that is?
That was the side spot on, yeah. Again, the coach seeking some answers from the side judge, appearing to get some advice. And that squat rack is just climbing, going from single to double digits pretty rapidly there. Looking for a 523-pound squat here. Let's see if that dive bomb technique can get him the result I was looking for. Pioneer sleeves on the side lift here. And it moves like butter. You know, with him, it almost turns into a vertical leg press, you know, once you get out of the hole. He gets very, very upright in his squat stance.
Back to the top here with Jose Navarrete. Final squat attempt. He's going for 107.5, 237 pounds even.
Looking for a 2.5% or 2.5 kg improvement on his previous attempt. If you recall, that was quite a bit of a grinder, so he's fixing to you know, struggle a little bit on this, but again, this is where champions are made. You know, you gotta really show up in these third attempts. You know, you gotta ideally go 9 for 9, but you have to find that extra gear and let the lights of the stage and the sound of the music make you stronger and not weaker. You know, pressure either makes diamonds or collapses buildings. You know, you want to be a diamond. Perhaps a bit of a false start there, but they're not going to count that. And a missed third attempt regardless. Very unfortunate. I hate to see that.
Almost psyched himself out there, almost. Seemed like he was going to go down, but he hit us with the hezzy. I don't know if that was to mess with the spotter or something, but
Perhaps he was trying to achieve post-activation potentiation. Those are 5 words that Gio doesn't know. He can only understand words that are shorter.
no is indeed a word I do not know the meaning of.
And Gio is on a list.
Can't say no to food, what can I say?
And the cops are en route. All right. Caleb Alvarez back at it again. If you recall, his first 2 attempts were buttery smooth. So we'll be expecting a bit of a struggle, but again, a very, very solid performance there. 3 whites. No doubt. The only thing you could have even possibly faulted him for was a little bit of a knee movement in the whole hip shift, all of that. But again, if you move the weight, you move the weight. Brian Cornwell coming right back up again, breaking the 400 barrier. Walks it out, focused. Gets that signature wide stance. Eyes forward, focused. Hits depth. And finds the strength of the hold. RPE 9.9 right there. And Obi is dancing in the background. He should be very happy for his client.
Jared Laborde up next, 192.5. This last one seemed fairly easy. Let's see how this third and final attempt is. Hoping to go 3 for 3 on this lift. Bit of a struggle, but he got it up.
Again, that's what you want to see on a third attempt. You really want to test your limits there. You want to find out what is the absolute maximum that you could theoretically hit. And perhaps he could have had 2.5 kgs more, but you really do want to be safe. Again, great meet strategy, great execution. And we're just looking forward to see the way the athletes perform throughout the rest of the meet. Tyson Munn, right back at it again.
195 kg here.
Gotta love that man Derek's mustache. I know we've been glazing for about half of this broadcast, but wow, look at that.
This is a great mustache. Not as good as mine, but
I think it's
Tyson Munn
far
making it
better
look
than
easy.
Gio's mustache. I can confirm, looking at it back here. It is perhaps one of the patchiest mustaches I've seen. You know, you might find a similar mustache by taking the trimmings off a barbershop floor and gluing them to a sheet of paper on a middle schooler, on, you know, like a chemo patient.
All I can say is I can braid hair in places Curtis cannot.
Okay.
Armpit hair reaches the floor. Shy here with 205 kg. Everybody in the audience getting excited for this big lift coming from Shy. See if he can do it.
Again, a very dedicated member of TSS staff. Really trying to, you know, get the TSS meet culture back in it with this one. This is our second meet of the day, matter of fact. And we figured if we were going to set it up that way, we might as well get the most bang for our buck. All right. Big brace. Locked in. Controlled descent. Grind. He gets it. You really can't point to one point shy squat. He's not going to get it. It's kind of a sticking point through the whole squat. Very interesting. You don't typically see that. But again, you know, his squat technique is allowed him to achieve that weight. Good for him, you know? Good on him. Austin Turner coming right back up. Very, very small jump of 2.5 kg. If you recall, big grinder on his last attempt. Lots of breaths. A lot of aggression coming in. Again, that jerky setup. A little bit of pressure released. Valsalva maneuver. Oh no. He knew it on the way going out. That wasn't going to work out. Let the audience know he seems a bit disappointed with himself, but he's walking it off.
Seems like he had 3 more in him there, ladies and gentlemen. It's all a mindset when it comes to
Gio Sosa is perhaps one of the most
Christian Cavazos. 220 kg lift up next.
Gio Sosa comes from the Coach McIver School of Lifting, in which anything under your back should be speed work. You know, you bench 225, put 215 on the bar, and load and explode. Shout out to Coach Mac. Do not take his lifting advice. Or not Coach Mac, McIver. We love Coach Mac. Shout out to Bro for retiring. Good luck. All right. Big brace, third attempt. Very fast descent and smooth, solid. Exactly what you want to see.
Solid upset coming here from Christian Cavazos. Gerardo Kalunga, 490. 222.5 kg big lift here, almost breaking the 500 mark.
2.5 kg under that 4 red mark, but you know, regardless, an extremely impressive lift. Not many men out there you can say they can squat 490 pounds. You know, he's going to come in here and he's going to use his compact frame to really allow him to get that tension and explosion throughout the whole. Look at that man's main. All right, we're going to do a main comparison. Gerardo's main, Derek's main. Gerardo, Derek. But first of all, let's focus on the lift here. Solid walkout. Looks upon the crowd. Breaths. Some snake noises as he gets it up. But again, a very, very easy third attempt. And makes it look like butter.
Devin Sanger up next, 496. 4 pounds off from that big 500.
But again, crucially, this is that 4 red mark at which you can consider yourself to be extremely strong. And again, we see those combo racks getting absolutely maxed out as he, once again, is extraordinarily tall. He's going to need to utilize everything that this equipment has to give him. Giving himself some belly pats. That belt is tight. Jeez. Pray for this man's heart and his blood pressure. A little bit of psyching the crowd out. Oh, finally gets the bar where he likes it, walks it out. Big breath. Explodes up and just can't quite keep his balance. Falling back over those heels, experiencing quite a bit of knee cave right there. You really hate to see it.
Couldn't quite lock it out. Ricky Ortiz up next, 237.5
Gio Sosa
kg.
is hereby banned from ever commentating powerlifting again. Gio Sosa is banned from any kind of media. Gio Sosa is banned from life. We're gonna use.
I was
Roblox
restricted to come here
techniques.
today, folks. I thought we were gonna go eat. Eating gets me anywhere, but
We will feed this man, or he always has the option to leave. He's only chained down in 3 different spots. All right, we gave him 1 free hand to operate the microphone.
Ricky Ortiz next, 237.5.
Very, very impressive lift, especially for someone of a lower weight class. Big brace. Again, one of these expected hard third attempts. And, oh my goodness.
Oh my
RPE,
goodness.
speaking
He's
to
gonna get
Jesus.
it.
I don't know if I believed, but he definitely did. 3 whites, and he seems to be very happy with that result, giving the bear hug of a lifetime to his coach back there.
That seems to be his absolute max, ladies and gentlemen. No more than that for Ricky Ortiz. Daniel Gilmore up here, the top of our board. An impressive 247.5 kg squat. Third and final attempt here for the men's.
Once again, we're expecting to see that dive bomb and that quick start out of the hold. And then that kind of shift to a more linear technique as he gets closer to his... Oh, and he gets it again. Notice the lower belt placement with him. That really allows him to build that pressure in the abdomen and effectively harness the kinetic energy from going down at the rate that he does. We're now going to transition to bench. We're going to give these athletes a little bit of a break. And the commentary team is going to go get some food. absolutely gas. Gio, why don't you give your assessment of it?
Food.
Again, our resident fatty, Gio Sosa. Yeah. Claims former, but we still keeping him on probation. He is a lineman, and that first attempt looks like looks like they're gonna give her some more time. Perhaps a bit of confusion behind the stage. Switch that angle, see if we can get the walk up on camera here.
No third camera here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunate.
Big bench, solid pause. Again, what makes a powerlifting bench so much more challenging than your traditional style, gym bro, ribcage trampoline. Oh no, they apparently she must have not listened to the command and pressed a bit early. But what makes a powerlifting bench so much more difficult is number one, they need to listen to the commands and actually, be in timing with that. And the second portion of that is what those commands actually constitute. A full, sometimes multi-second pause on the chest that really, really takes it out of you. You're sitting there and you have this weight that you can barely handle in your hands, and you're just looking for that judge's nod. And sometimes it never comes. But there we have an example of exactly how to handle a situation like that. A very, very solid execution on the bench right there. Just perfectly listen to the commands, no problems whatsoever. Life was good. Yeah. Mrs. Zunker back up on the platform. And again, you'll notice in these lower weight classes, we're going to expect to see wider bench grips, just because that's the style. They traditionally have smaller frames, shorter arms, which allows them to really cut that ROM down and optimize for their weightlifting. Again, the IPF has recently tried to make some changes in that regard, requiring 90-degree depth rules and all of that. We don't expect to. Oh, perhaps we might see some of that IPF benching as so often memed on IG Reels, but but in the USAPL, it is still perfectly legal to get that rib cage high in the sky and really look to cut that ROM as much as is humanly possible. Giovanni is experiencing some sweat issues in his rear region. As you can see from this shot right here, so are some of our spotters, although perhaps not the same way. Man, that guy sweat through his shirt. Jeez. All right, we have a... Oh. No, I don't think we're going to get it this time. So you can see the setup right there. We got about 148 pounds loaded up on the barbell here. Looking for a very solid first attempt. Looks easy on the eccentric. Concentric a bit more challenging. Once again, just another day in the office for Dakota Young. And once again, shout out to our NASCAR pit crew operating this show. Wow. Look at that. Very solid and explosive concentric right there. Not even a challenge. Definitely an opening weight right there. Great job by Dakota Young there. We're right back to the top of the order. 5 kg jump for Mrs. Zimmerilli. Once again, she did have a no lift on technical grounds last time. So we're going to be looking to see improvement in that department where she's going to really focus on her cues, make sure that everything's exactly the way it should be, and that the judge's orders are followed. Because once again, even if you bench the weight, you're not necessarily guaranteed to get the lift. And that does appear to be a 3 white lighter. Perfect execution on her part there. Any comment from commentator? Does anybody watch this live? Type 1 in chat. Giovanni Sosa, absolute Snapchat fiend. You know, this man's snap score is higher than Mount Everest. This man's snap score is higher than the International Space Station. This man loves Snapchat. All right, let me tell you, if you don't get a response within 5 seconds from this man, you're doing something wrong. All right. Although he does kind of look like what's that one dude from Breaking Bad with the goatee?
Walter White? The main character, Walter White?
No. He works for the cartel.
Oh!
He kind of looks like one of the twins, I think, almost. You know, like maybe, yeah.
Good lift here from Mrs. Zonker. 3 whites. Count it, baby.
All right, Gio. Now we're getting to the part of the meet where we're the main focus of the show. Who in this meet do you think has the most skibbity riz in Ohio?
I'm have to go with Derek.
Is Derek's yacht a L or a W?
Garrett.
Derek.
W got.
All right. Looking to get 149 pounds here. Again, very technical setup, a little bit closer grip than you see from most of these competitors right here. And again, a very solid lift. All right, right back to it.
Up next, Larissa Villanueva.
Do you believe in the IRS's right to phantom tax?
I do believe in the IRS's right to phantom tax. It is a necessity in order to maintain the balance of the U.S. economy.
And he's been brainwashed by the feds.
I go outside with my tinfoil hat every day, so I don't think I'm getting brainwashed.
All right, once again, we're looking for big bench here. Wider setup, got the wrist wraps in tow, just to make sure that stability's all good. We're to see a 160-pound bench here, and it looks like a bit of a grinder, but really great pec activation out of the hold. Just 2 whites, huh? I wonder what the red was for there. But, you know, great lift. Counts the same. Once again, Dakota Young coming right back up to it. 210-pound bench here. Looking to set a significant improvement over her previous. I believe 5 kgs more. Shout out to our Stellar Shots staff up there on the top balcony with the camera. Let's see if we can get to that third angle right here. No, I don't believe so. And then she's gone. 3 whites. And right back to the top of the order. Looking for a 2.5 kg improvement. We're going to, we're really going to, as you recall, this last one was a grinder for it. So we're really looking to see that grit, that determination coming out of the hole. Especially as we get later into this meet. Fatigue does play a factor. You know, these are maximal lifts for these athletes. And seeing the effort that they put into it, you know, the face is turning red, the blood vessels popping out the forehead, you know, just the sheer grit, determination, and just can't get it off the chest. Very unfortunate.
Hoping for 3 whites here for Zimmerelli.
3 reds for Zimmerelli. Once again, Giovanni Sosa will be sent to jail shortly after this for this commentary. Giovanni Sosa is certified munch mode as well. No ice spice, no nitty.
I'm hungry, man. I've had absolutely nothing to eat today, and I've only had tea to drink today.
What's your favorite kind of tea?
I love the tea kind of tea.
Okay, big third attempt, and just can't get it off the chest. As we see with that wider grip, a lot of times the issue is not a lockout, but really in generating that momentum off the chest. Really, for these athletes, the struggle is in generating force with that pec and maintaining the consistency and the tension at that bottom portion of the lift. This bench can get very highly technical. You know, some people will argue what's the most technical lift, whether it's a sumo deadlift or a properly executed bench. I really think bench gaps pretty easily. There are just so many tiny optimizations that can be made. You know, we see people doing all sorts of bar pass, all sorts of setups. And once again, we're looking to see a improvement on the previous lift. And a nice pause and just a little bit of elevation above the chest. But once again, as you see with those wider grips, it just takes that much more pec strength to get it off of the chest, which is very, very hard to develop.
I'm personally a fan favorite of just the dive bombing it when it comes to bench. If you break a couple ribs, who cares? You got it up. Am I correct?
Once again, Giovanni's football player background / group temp IQ is showing. Powerlifting rules stipulate that you must pause the bar onto the chest until you are given the command.
It is a good thing I don't power lift, Curtis. I do have squat depth, though. Ass to grass.
Good news. Daddy Dolan was very pleased when he saw that.
No frat boy squats around here. Also a big fan of the hip abductor machine. Ladies and gentlemen, especially gentlemen, do not skip on your hip up abductors and adductors. Very important when it comes to that wide grip, wide stand squat. Larissa Villanueva up next, 75 kg, 165 pounds.
And I'd just like to re-emphasize Gio's point there. You know, if you can get an extra 30 pounds in your squat realistically, if you just add great mass and learn how to generate tension in your hip flexors, that's just another muscle that you get to use. Why wouldn't you? You know, God gave it to you. Oh, very unfortunate too. Back judge gave her 2 reds. Back judge gave her a white. And, you know, sometimes it just happens like that, you know. Perhaps they didn't think it was lockout. I don't particularly know. But, you know, we're going to go once again with the judges. Dakota Young right back at it, seeking for a 2.5 kg improvement. Looking to, you know, maintain her absolute lead among the female division. Shimmies her shoulders into position, takes the bar out. Big pause, bit of a grinder, and just doesn't go. Once again, just seeing that the very bottom of this range of motion is a challenge for a lot of these athletes.
Up next, back in our men's division, Jose Nagrete, starting out with an 80 kg bench for our men's here. Looking for a fairly easy lift for the first one. Nothing too hard, nothing too easy. See how he does.
Jose Negrete's bench is notably very, very close to his squat. I believe he opened with 100 kgs on squat and ended up taking 105 as his ending lift on that. So perhaps he's going to see some serious improvement in his placement in this meet based on his specialty and bench. Brian Cornwell coming up next with 187 loaded on the bar. We don't quite know where he is, but we're sure he's back there somewhere. Looking for the walk-up. You'll see him some motion right behind that handsome young gentleman sitting in the chair. There he comes. Repping the Team TSS merch, obviously designed so that you can see it right under the singlet. Unracks it with ease. Big pause and flies. He's really got those long arms, which can make it quite a bit more difficult to become a big bencher. You know, it just adds that much more range of motion. It takes away almost all the advantage of arching. You know, typically you do benefit on deadlift from that, but this is where you will be made to pay for it.
Shy up next, starting out 90 kg. Grinded for that final squat of his on our squat portion of the stream, but
Chad, is this real? This segment not brought to you by Rojo Pork and Bread. Raul Rojo, number one playa hater. All right. You know. Shy with a very easy first attempt there. And once again, we have Caleb Alvarez back up. This time looking for a 204-pound bench. We've traditionally seen that those first two attempts have flown up on his end. We're looking to see if that pattern continues. Shaky arms as he brings it out. Perhaps an indication. Perhaps I stand corrected. That was nothing to him. That moved. Yeah, that moved great. Tyson Munn back at it. See quite a bit of elbow flare as you often do see on these more close grip benchers, as they really do struggle to use more of their triceps, as that is the more advantageous muscle group to use when you choose to bring your arms in a bit closer. You do get the benefit of generating that tension in the lat when you pack your arms down. Once again, Devin Sanger coming right back out. Again, one of those very, very long lifters. You're going to see massive range of motion on this bench here.
you know, unfortunately, having the long arms is a curse when it comes to bench. See if Devin can get this good lift up here.
Although he does have the weight to just bully this around. I believe, is the heaviest competitor in this competition and does make it fly. Jared Labradore up next. He is one of our TSS natives, you know, as is our previous contestant. You know, we do love to see them come to all of our meets. Most of the people here, I believe a majority, are homegrown. You know, almost all of the spotters. Our main man Derek, you know, Shy, obviously, you know, helped put this together. Mr. and Mrs. Zunker are the owners of this gym, and you know, we're just gonna keep on having fun and enjoying this meet. First to break the the 2 red mark by quite a bit, going for an ambitious first attempt of nearly 300 pounds. Austin Turner, if you recall, this man absolutely locks in, gets very energetic in his setups. Has a very nice sleeve that I believe will be visible on this second camera here if we can get it, although I'm not quite sure if it's going to be in the right direction. Looks like it will be. All right. Everybody check out that sleeve. Tattoos look better when you're jacked, folks. Come to the gym.
Really easy lift here for Mr. Turner.
He does get the no
Reds.
lift, perhaps on some kind of technicality there. Our first 140 plus bencher, you know, we're really looking at traditional 3-point territory right here. Mr. Danny Gilmore.
Spotter here dancing in the back. Let's see if we can bust a move. Bust the ice spice in front of us. Please do.
Certified munch. Certified white lights.
Let's see if we can. Oh, Ricky Ortiz up next. 142. Almost hitting that 315 3 plates mark. See if he has it in to hit 315 later. It's just an opener.
Gio is once again getting mass mauled.
It's around my incline, folks. Again, higher than my bench.
Once again, Gio is perhaps the goofy, silliest lifter in all of the land. Mans is absolute talent, but remains to be seen if he can convert that.
It's about form. It's about form. Hankling is a lot of form. Goated Hankling lifter. What can I say? Shout out to me.
Every time I see your Hankling, I worry for your meniscus.
You wish you could get down that low. You're supposed to catch it.
Very impressive lift right there, by the way. Especially we see that bench is one of those lifts most affected by weight. You know, traditionally we see the higher weight classes massively outperform, even relative to squat and deadlift, the lower weight classes, in bench particularly. So to see you know, someone of a lower weight class just take essentially a 315 for a spin like that, very, very impressive.
Christian Cavazos, 145.
First one to break that 315 barrier. Looking for a very solid and it flies. You're gonna note that armband he has on there provides him with vital data on exactly how he should conduct his, you know, training and the remainder of his meet. Gives him great biomarkers to track.
Back to Jose, top of the lineup here. 5 kg, only 5 kg in-pound improvement here for him.
Giovanni Sosa is getting tongue-tied. You know, he just doesn't know how to speak. That's okay. We love him regardless. Come on. We're going to get those Fiverr guys, you know, the Fiverr guys. Giovanni Sosa, come on. We love you. You know, that's the plan after this. That's what we're going to spend all our money on. But first of all, Jose Negrete coming out. Solid pause. See, almost a little bit of a bounce on his chest there. And a very, very difficult lift there. 3 red lights, although I do believe that was for going up and back down. very unfortunate. You know, that does count like as a gym PR, but the powerlifting rules, we just really want to be strict about what we count in this sport. Ryan Cornwell. Give him a minute here. You'll be all right. He approaches the platform and prepares himself to lift, sitting down, preparing his setup, shoulder, shoulder. Very nice. Preparing the arch, driving those hips and shoulders back. Sinks the hips down. Big breath. Solid pause. And it flies.
Shy up next, the 95 kg, almost hitting that 100 kg mark. A lot of our lifters here are around the same numbers. See who's going to come out on top.
Giovanni Sosa was some of the most absolute enthusiasm you ever heard. It's voice, you know, just as a spice for life that almost none of us could hope to match.
Indeed.
Very nice setup. Takes the bar out. Down on the chest. And a very solid lift. Mild signs of struggle. Again, brings it pretty close to the shoulders on the touch there, but if it works, it works. We would now like to thank our sponsor, Coach Dolan Mothers Foundation.
Indeed. Sponsoring this event. Caleb Alvarez, 102.5 kg. Breaking that 225 mark. 2 plates right there, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen it yourself. Tyson Munn next, 115. So we can get 3 wides for him here.
Looking very confident on the exit there. And
Narrow grip coming from Tyson Munn. A lot narrower than the last couple people we've seen.
Even better form than we saw last time. Really
Indeed.
flew.
Seemed a little easier than last time as well.
Sometimes it's not just the weight, but the mentality that you take going into the lift, you know. Once again, we'd like to give you a view of our spotting crew having the greatest time of their lives. And oh my goodness, that man has sweat through his shirt. There he is, from the front to the back to the side. 270-pound bench coming in. Nearly, only 2.5 kgs short of that 2 red mark. And it looks like it's highly probable that he will end up hitting that tonight. Devin Sanger right back up again. He's coming out first 2 red lifter. He's gonna use his large frame and high body mass and high muscle mass in order to really bully this weight here, you know. Once again, shout out to our spotters for having all of the moves and for really, jeez, that is, yeah. Let's get a side view here. Shout out to our Stellar Shots media crew right there. He's standing right there by Derek at the entrance to the platform. Okay. Look for the, yep. Very solid lift right there. Evident signs of struggle, shaky elbows, but, you know, this is a 1 rep max. This is not a working set. We are not bodybuilding here. 3 whites, exactly what you want to see.
Austin Turner up next. 137.5. A little over that 300 mark.
Closing in on that 140 kg amount. Once again, we're expecting to see a very, very hard-fought lift here. Austin Turner with his style of very hard effort. But that appeared to be buttery smooth. There appears to be a pattern going on right here. Perhaps that second red is being filled with air. You know, these are calibrated plates, you know, just to be perfectly clear.
Daniel Gilmore walking up. 147.5 here.
Daniel Gilmore back at it with a slightly over 315-pound bench, you know, looking to push this total just that little bit higher. We'd love to see him chip away at it. We'd also like to give a shout out to all the people keeping this gym Texan. If you wear a straw hat here, we may not have any special reward for you, but you'll gain just that little bit of love and respect in our hearts. Texas Strength System loves its namesake state, Texas. We, you know, we really just want to show our state pride and state patriotism. So keep Texas Texan and wear Texas fashion.
Ricky Ortiz.
Sweet,
330 pounds.
sweet tea,
150.
unsweet tea, half and half. Arnold Palmer.
Peach. Raspberry. Bomb Pop.
Lipton.
Uncooked.
Very impressive bench by Ricky Ortiz. He is looking to be the front runner in the men's category, having a great beat. Evidently very happy with himself, judging by his smile and clap exit off the stage.
Christian Cavazos, our leader right now. Final attempt for the second round. 152.5. He can get a strong lift here.
Really see the tension and effort that goes into this, the strain that it puts on him. But he just makes it look like it's nothing. Jeez. Look at that. That took less time than a bullet train. Like it was moving. Perhaps my analogies aren't making the most sense here. You're going to have to forgive me. I'm operating on about 4 hours of sleep, and I, once again, sunburned to a crisp, perhaps more terribly than I've ever been in my life. So we're just gonna roll with it. Once again, the man with the mane back on the platform. Very fast ascent. Almost as fast ascent. Big breath going out. Perhaps a strategy to relieve some internal pressure in his core. It's been known to help people before kind of sink that chest down, almost gain a bit of a air gap in the hole. But here we have Jose Negrete right back up, looking to get that second attempt that he did end up missing, unfortunately. In powerlifting, you cannot go back down once you've submitted a weight. So whether he wanted to go for this or not, he is locked into this weight or higher for this attempt. Unracks the weight. Lots of breaths. Tension of the glutes. Presses, and just does not have it. Very, very unfortunate. Hate to see it. Going 1 of 3 on a lift. It's not meet ending, but it is very difficult, You're really hoping to get that extra 15, 20, or in this case, probably more like 7.5 kg off going 3 for 3 for a lift. Again, not meet ending, not bombing out by any stretch of the imagination, but not your preference. Everyone wants to go 9 for 9 every time. You having a good time, GM?
This fresh brewed tea that they gave us back here is just simply amazing.
Once again, shout out to Derek for getting us that tee. And a bit of a shift back and a grinder. Bit of an uneven lockout there, but you know what? That's not against the rules.
Really
And it
isn't.
will count. Very happy with the result. Finger guns pointing at the sky across the stage. Jeez Louise. Smiles all around, yapping over there.
Brian Cornwell up next. That 2 plates
Big
mark.
jump. Big jump.
225.
Moving those face savers up, really just trying to keep our lifters safe. Although we do have a full spotting complement here, sometimes things just happen, and we would prefer you to, have a face at the end of it. And
Struggling. Shoulder shifting back.
just doesn't have power, unfortunately.
Close,
When
but
you
no
get out of
cigar.
when you get out of that defined range of motion, that defined line, it really just makes it so much harder. Especially as a newer lifter, your body has natural instincts that are just telling you to go one way or the other. Move your shoulders back, change your bar path like this. But you just really need to trust the process. You need to trust that the way you've been training, the way that's known to work the best is going to work the best. And unfortunately, sometimes, especially at maximal loads, it just doesn't go like that. Mic check, mic check.
Caleb Alvarez, 110 kg.
Straining in the hole. Grinder locks it out.
Oh, baby, he gets it.
And we're looking for 3 whites. Let's go. Great PR.
Tyson Munn up next, hitting that 120 kg mark.
Again, coming in with that very, very narrow grip, looking to use all that lat tension and all that development in the tricep in order to ensure that he gets the most weight
Very
that he
much
can.
bicep too. Shout out Colin Reynolds.
Shout out to Colin Reynolds. Fun fact, I was in the same lifting rack as Colin Reynolds, and
He was just half your size.
He was half my size. It was because I was sick on Max Week. Very unfortunate coincidence. Yeah, and that man's biceps were voluptuous. I have never seen a man train biceps less and have them bigger. God really just blessed that man with that. Chill dude, great guy.
Jared Laborde up next. This appears to be 3 reds. Is that 2?
2 reds.
2 reds.
Gio cannot count to 3.
I cannot. My max I count to is 1 usually, honestly. I go 1, 1, 1, 1.
Coach Nero is going to be very upset when Gio's asked
can't-
what a 5 tech is.
I can't, I don't know what an out is, because I don't know when there's more than 2 defenders. A
Very
fan call?
nice. But once again, 3 whites. Very solid lift. Again, we're seeing a very, very good performance. Fewer misses than you would expect in a meet like this. Devin Sanger right back up at it. Nearly 300 pounds. 292. Appearing to collect himself. Get to his senses.
He controlled
Walks
the weather,
back.
but can he control himself getting 3 whites?
I do not approve of that statement. We do love his thigh
He
tat,
does
though.
look like Flynn from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Flint Flatwood.
Kinda. If you grew out his hair.
Weather
All right.
controller.
Anyways, the lifting. Very solid descent. Power. Shaky elbows. And gets the lift. Look, that's what you love to see. Looking for those whites. 2 of them. And he's counting. Very, very excited. Sprinting off the stage. He's coming to teach Gio a lesson about
315 lift. This is very impressive here. 3
Austin
plates
Turner
almost.
coming back with quite a bit of a jump. A bit of a jump here. Locking those shoulders in. Again, the previous 2 have been very, very smooth. And so we're very interested to see. Oftentimes lifters do know that they have a very steep strength curve. But is that the case here? It was not the case with squat, and it does not appear to be the case with bench, as he makes it buttery smooth, if not a bit slow. But once again, 3rd attempt, 3 whites. Can't ask for anything more.
Ricky Ortiz up next, 152.5. 336 pounds. So we get 3 whites here on his final attempt. Little side view here.
We're gonna watch
Look,
it.
get a look at the arch.
2.5 kg improvement. Once again, one of our lighter lifters. Very, very impressive when you see one of these lighter lifters, especially with a not absolutely massive arch. Again, the arch will settle down here as he sinks those hips back into the bench. You know, absolutely one of the top lifters in this area. Just grinding. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that same grind ability as he does on squat. 3 reds. Hate to see it. You know, once again, we're simple people. You get the lift, we're happy. You miss the lift, we're sad. It's incredibly unfortunate when that happens, but you know, there wouldn't be greatness if it wasn't very challenging, and it wouldn't be challenging if it wasn't possible to fail. Danny Gilmore coming up. Seeking to make it look like his previous 2 attempts, you know. Great lifter here, very explosive out of the hole.
Big lift from Daniel Gilmore, 155. Makes it seem easy. Seems
Again,
like
a
he's
little bit of instability, but
3
very
whites.
excited with that result.
Able to get my mom off of him if she was on top of him.
And we're back, folks. Giovanni Sosa is troll max, and we're going to permit him to do that. That's an executive decision I made 0.5 seconds ago.
Christian Cavazos, 160 kg up next.
Once again, resident TSS lifter here, and part-time dog.
It's a good part-time to have.
And smooth like butter. No BTS. No BTS, no Diddy.
Calm down, bud. Gerardo Kalunga up next, 162.5.
I believe this is going to be our last bench of the meet here. Looking for an absolutely massive, you know,
PR.
PR.
If not even
Perhaps.
PR, just
Moving. You know,
moving weight.
social media really has desensitized us to the absolute impressiveness of any bench press over about 250 pounds. There are very, very few people who can do that. And to go another 100 pounds over that, it's absolutely insane. Congratulations to all of our athletes thus far in the meet. But now we get into the lift where champions are made. Traditionally, the heaviest lift and the lift with the most controversy currently in the powerlifting world, the deadlift. We're going to see sumo. We're going to see conventional. We're going to see grinders.
And we are back with Kalista with opener deadlifts. She's opening with 220 pounds, 100 kilos. And our head judge is making sure that everyone is ready before we get started. And we are getting started with Kalista, 100 kilos. And that is an easy opener for Kalista. 3 white lights from the judges.
And next we have V. Tran Zunker, co-director of Texas Strength Systems and wife of Wes Zunker.
V is opening with 115 kilos, 253 pounds. Her clock is started. She should be heading up to the platform soon. V is being handled by none other by Davian Aldridge. Let's see what type of numbers he's got coming up. And there's a smooth opener by V. 3 white lights from our judges.
And next we have Lily Falcone, with the same weight being 115 kg, 253 pounds.
Lily is setting up in a sumo stance. And that is a quick and smooth opener for Lily. That is another 3 white light lift. Next up, we have Larissa with her opener of 125 kilos, 275 pounds. And the bar is loaded for Larissa. Another sumo puller. Let's see how she moves this opener. And another very smooth opener. All these openers should be very easy. Just something to get some numbers on the board. Bar is loaded for Sienna Vasquez, opening up at 152 kilos, 336 pounds. And another easy open. 3 white lights.
And we have Dakota Young opening at 195 kilograms, 429.9 pounds.
Shout out to the spotters. They've been working hard all day. Keeping it very smooth and safe meet for our lifters. And a very smooth and fast opener by Dakota. This is 3 white lights.
Now we are on to our second attempt on deadlifts with Kalista Zimmerly opening
Man, this
with
is a very short flight. This meet is actually Wes Zunker's 200th meet he's ever ran for the USAPL. And boy, is it a party. Kalisa's opening with 105 kilos, 231 pounds. Little sticky at the top, but that is a good pull. Let's see what the judges say. And that is a 3 white light lift. Next up, we have our very own V. Tran Zunker. Opening for 120 kilos for her second attempt, 264 pounds. Bar is loaded for V. This is a very fast-paced meet, and that's thanks to our very own TSS spotters and loaders. A little sticky, but let's see what the judges say, and that is a 3 white lift by V. Transunker.
Next up, we have Lily Falcone on her second attempt with 125 kilograms or 275 pounds. That is a very fast second attempt by Lily.
She definitely has to put more weight on the bar. Let's see what she can reach out for her third.
Load the red.
I think so. Next up is Larissa, second attempt with 135 kilos, 297 pounds. Clock is ticking for Larissa. A little slow at the time, but that seems like a good lift, and it is. That is 3 white lights from our judges. Just next up, we are jumping up to 162.5 kilos, 358 pounds. Clock is ticking for Sienna. Ooh, that flew. Let's see what our judges have to say.
3 white lights.
That is a very fast second attempt. She is definitely going to have to load it up for her third.
We have Dakota Young coming up next for her second attempt on deadlifts of 207.5 kilograms.
That is 457 pounds for Dakota. She has been having a day. She is coached none other by Davion Aldridge. Let's see what Davion has cooked up. Oh my gosh, they're gonna have to load the bar for this girl. That is 3 white lights for Dakota.
That is another one that I believe should load the red.
And we're going back down to the start of the flight for Kalista. 175.5 kilos, 237 pounds. Bars loaded. Rocking the stars and stripes for his deadlift socks. Let's see what Kalista has in store. And she absolutely smokes her third.
Very fast third attempt with
Definitely
another
had way more in the tank. Playing it
3
conservative today.
white lights.
Next up, we have V. Transunker. Her second was a little sticky. Let's see how 125 moves. 275 pounds. Being handled by none other than Davion Aldridge. Nothing but smiles for V. Tran today. She's been having a great day. Just a little too heavy today. But she is all right. She's all smiles. Just here to have a good time.
And next, we have Lily Falcone with 135 kilograms, 297 pounds.
All of Lily's attempts have been absolutely smoked today. Let's see if she can continue the trend with her third attempt. And a little sticky, and she locks it out. Let's see what the judges have to say. 3 white lights. That is a great pull. Next up, we got Larissa Villanueva for her third attempt at 142 kilos, 314 pounds. Clock is ticking for Larissa. And she locks it out. Let's see what the judges have to say. 2 red lights. That is going to be a no lift, Larissa. What do you think that might have been, the 2 red lights? Maybe some soft shoulders, not locked down knees. It could have been anything. Next up, we have Sienna Vasquez at 170 kilos, 374 pounds for her last attempt of the day. And the spotters definitely having a good time. Look at that, and she blows it out the water.
Very fast third attempt.
3 white lights.
Next up, we have Dakota Young with 215 kilograms, 473.9 pounds.
That is a good and respectable jump for Dakota. She is definitely one of our heavier pulls of the day, don't you think?
Well, she almost did load the red.
Let's see if Davion made the right choice here with her third attempt. She has definitely been going off for her pulls today. She takes her time with the setup. Takes her brace. Let's see how this moves. And it's moving, and she locks it out. Let's see what the judges have to say.
My
3 white lights. She blows up
God.
474 pounds. That is an amazing end to our first flight. Next up, we have Jose Negrete opening up with 130 kilos, 286 pounds. Clock is ticking for Jose. And it moves as an opener should. Jose gets 3 white lights. Next up, we got Taeson Moon opening up with 162.5 kilos, 358 pounds. Bar is loaded. And then it moves as an opener should. That's going to be an easy 3 white light lift.
Very fast openers from everyone across this whole flight.
And moving as the opener should. It should be just something to get some numbers on the board. That is a great start to the day. Next up, we have Jared Labordi with 175.5 kilos, 385 pounds. Conventional puller, and she blows it up. 3 white lights.
Next up, we have Caleb Alvarez with 175 kilograms.
Bar is loaded. Caleb, our very own TSS lifter. And he absolutely blows it up. An effortless pull by Caleb. 3 white lights.
Next up, we have Brian Cornwell with 175 kilograms, as well as Caleb.
And 30 seconds for Brian. Let's see where it comes out. Lifters. Should be back there. Behind the banner.
20 seconds left for Brian.
And he sets up in a hook grip sumo stance. Let's see how this pull moves. And he blows it up. 175 kilos. That lift is going to get 3 white lights. Next up is Austin Turner. He's going to be opening with 200 kilos, 440 pounds. Clock is started for Austin. And there he goes, getting the back slaps from his handler. Setting up in a very wide sumo stance.
See how this moves, ladies and gentlemen.
40 seconds for Austin. Sets up in a hook grip sumo. Let's see. Very smooth, very patient pull off the floor. And that is 3 white lights for Austin.
See Austin giving a little head nod before he got off the platform, building some confidence.
There you go. Austin must be feeling himself today. Let's see what he ends up loading for his second attempt.
Next up, we have Devin with 205 kilograms, 451 pounds.
Bar is loaded. Time is started. Let's see what Devin has stored for his opener. Taller individual. You rarely see him pulling conventional. Let's see how this pull looks. And that is a pretty pull. If I ever seen one, I wouldn't be surprised if that was 3 white lights.
Next up, we have Christian Cavazos with 205 kilograms, 451 pounds.
Christian, the very own lifter of TSS.
Texas Strength Systems, SATX.
Shout out to TSS for running this well ran, very safe, and very
Very high vibe meet.
you can see the lights going, music pumping. Spotters are having a good time, lifters are having a good time. Let's see what Christian has in store, and he blows it up.
Very
Look at that
fast
pull.
opener from Christian.
Jesus. And that is a 3 white light lift by Christian. All of our lifters have been opening up with very, very smart calls for their openers.
Next up, we have Cheyenne, our very own TSS gym manager.
Cheyenne rocking the TSS singlet. Let's see where he's at. He's been having a great day today. "30 seconds for Shy. Let's see where he's at. Yeah, he is
20
definitely,
seconds shy.
he is definitely taking his time on this one. Let's see if we can find him. There he is, running up to the platform. There we go, Shy. You got enough time.
Come on, Shy.
There we go. All you got to do is get that down command before that clock hits 0. And he smokes it. Our very own Shy gets his 3 white lights for 205 kilos, 451 pounds. Next up, we have Gerardo Colunga opening up with the same weight. Shy definitely cut it close on that one. Let's see if we can come out with enough time for him to very complete his setup. Dorado rocking the Mexican band headband with the conventional stance. Let's see how this pull looks with the mixed grip. Takes his time with the setup. And he just yanks it off the floor. What a great pull by Dorado. And that lift gets him 3 white lights.
Next up, we got Daniel Gilmore opening up with 240 kilograms, 529 pounds.
And brother just smokes 240 kilos. Next up, we have Ricky Ortiz.
Opening with 247.5 kilograms, 545 pounds.
As the spotters get the bar loaded, his time starts. Ricky has been having a day, a little shaky on bench, but let's see if he can bring it back for his dads. 45 seconds for Ricky. A little sticky at the top, but that seems like a good lift for me. And that is 3 white lights for our judges here.
And we go back down to the beginning of our flight on our second attempts for deadlifts.
Next up, we have Jose Negrete open him with our second attempt at 135 kilos, 297 pounds. Bar is loaded for Jose. And that is a 3 white light by Jose. Next up, we have Taeson Moon jumping up 10 kilos from his first attempt. First attempt must move really good for you to jump 10 kilos. Taeson Moon is in the men's raw open 90 kilo division.
Very fast second attempt by Tayson.
Very clean lift by Taeson Moon. Next up, we got Jared Laborden. Oh, second attempt at 190 kilos, 418 pounds. That is going to be a 15 kilo jump by Jared. He is also part of the men's raw open 90 kilo class. He's currently in second place. He's been having a 6 for 6 day. 1 out of 1 for dads. Let's see if we can make it 2 out of 2. And he smokes his second attempt. That is going to be an easy 3 wide light lift.
Next up, we got Brian Cornwell with 190 kilograms, 418 pounds.
Brian Cora is a part of the men's raw open 110 kg weight class. Let's see how he moves this 190. And he smokes his second attempt. Our very own lifter, the TSS team, gets 3 white lights.
Next up, we got Caleb Alvarez coming out for his second attempt on deadlifts with 195 kilograms.
Caleb has had a perfect day so far. Let's see if he can continue the trend. And an easy second attempt by Caleb.
3 white lights, and Caleb was having an 8 for 9 day.
And now we have Austin turning in with his second attempt deadlift at 210 kilos, 462 pounds. Austin rocking the classic inter singlet with a super wide stance sumo. Let's see how he pulls this. And slow off the bottom, but speedy at the top. That is going to be a 3 white light for Austin.
Next up, we have Christian Cavazos with 215 kilograms.
Our very own,
473.9
our
pounds.
very own TSS lifter. He's been having a perfect day so far. 3 for 3 on squats, 3 for 3 on bench. And let's see how his second attempt moves for deadlift. He was part of the man draw, open 82.5 kilos. His current total is 585. Looking at getting 595 with this pull. And he blows it up. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights for Christian. Next up, we have Jada Columba. Opening or second attempt at 215 kilos, 473 pounds.
Got Gerardo stepping up to the platform.
Gerardo is part of the men's row open, 100 kilos. Current total is at 590. He's trying to make it 600. And he locks that pull out. Let's see what the judges have to say.
Next up, we got Cheyenne on his second attempt of deadlifts with 220 kilograms, 485 pounds.
Shy has been having an amazing day so far. He is currently 7 for 7. Let's see if he can make it 8 for 8. Shy is a part of the men's draw open 110 kg kilo class. Current total of 510. Trying to get it 525.
Come on, Shy.
Let's go, Shy. There we go. Get up! Oh. And a little mishap on grip on his left hand. Let's see what he ends up loading up for his third. See if they reattempt or end up going up and have that confidence in him.
Next up, we got Devin with 235 kilograms, 518 pounds.
Devin is part of the men's are open, 125 kilos, 537.5 total so far. He is jumping 30 kilos. Let's see if Devin has the confidence
Come on,
to
let's
make this pull. This is a 30-kilo jump. This is not your regular jump. Let's see if he blows this one up as well. And he absolutely smokes it. With enough time to spare it, he's got 3 white lights. He might be good for another 30-kilo jump. That is insane.
Next up, we got Daniel Gilmore with 252.5 kilograms, or 556 pounds.
Daniel has been having a great day so far. He's currently 7 for 7. Hopefully make it for 8 for 8. He's part of the men's row open, 125 kilos. Current total is at 642.5. Trying to make it 655 right now with his second attempt.
Come on, Daniel.
Let's go, Daniel. And he gets it up, gets it past his knees, and walks it out clean. It should be 3 white lights. There we go, Daniel. And Daniel locks in 252.5.
Next up, we got Ricky Ortiz with 260 kilograms, 573 pounds.
Ricky's jumping 12.5 kilos. That is a very decent jump for someone in the men's or open 67.5 kilo class. If Ricky gets this attempt, this will make his total 647.5. Current total is 635 with his first attempt. Come on, Ricky.
Come on, come on.
And just not there today. That is still an impressive weight to attempt. That is. What is that? 573 pounds at 148. That is no weight to shy at. That is a very, very impressive weight.
Next up, we got Jose with his third attempt on deadlifts with 140 kilograms, 308 pounds.
Going back to the start of the flight, let's see if Jose can end out the day.
Jose rocking the pink A7 singlet.
Jose in that 60 kg class, trying to make his total 325 with this pull. Current total is 320.
Come on.
And Jose locks that out. Let's see what our judges have to say. 3 white lights for Jose. Jose in the offer at 325 total in the 60 kg class. Open. Next up, we have Son Moon opening with
On his final attempt at deadlift.
185 kilos, 475 pounds.
Come on, lock it out.
Oh, and just not there today. Next up, we have Jared Laborde. Third attempt at 195 kilos, 429 pounds. Trying to end off his 8 day for 9 for 9. This will make his total 512 minutes.
Come on, Jared.
Our very own Jared, TSS lifter. Let's see if he can end it out the day.
Come on, Jared.
Perfect. And he smokes it. Definitely had a lot more in the tank for Jared. And he gets 3 white lights for 195 kilos.
Next up, we got Brian Cornwell with his final attempt of 200 kilograms, 440 pounds. Brian is a part of Team TSS.
Brian is in the raw open, 110 kilo.
Come on, Brian.
There you go, Brian, taking his time with the setup. And
Come on.
he gets in
Oh,
position
yeah.
and he locks it out. Let's see what he gets for his 200 kg pull. That is going to be 3 white lights. That is a great pull by Brian.
Next up, we got Caleb Alvarez with his final attempt on deadlifts with 205 kilograms, 451 pounds.
This would end off his day perfect. 9 for 9. Let's see if Caleb has it in him to get a 9 for 9 day. There we go. There he is.
Come on, Caleb.
There we go. Our very own Punch handling him today. Let's go, Caleb.
Come on.
Ooh, and just not there today. Got a little stuck at his knees.
Next up, we got Austin Turner with 220 kilograms, 485 pounds.
Austin is a 90 kilo class. This will get him a 570 total. Current total is 560. This is a 10 kilo jump. I'm a secondary third. Let's see if he has it in him. There we go. Taking his time with the setup. Gets the solid brace and just not there today. Ooh. There we go. He's back.
Round of applause for Austin.
Next up, we have Drader Kalunga. Third attempt, last attempt of the day at 220 kilos, 485 pounds. There we go, Drader settling his grip. There we go, big strong pull, and he locks it out. Let's see what our judges have to say. And that is a 3 wide light pull for Dorado. That ends him off at a 9 for 9 day.
Next up, we got Christian Cavazos with 225 kilograms, 496 pounds.
Christian is part of the 82.5 kilo. Current total is 595. Trying to get at 605 with his pull. This is a 10 kilo jump. This has been consistent jumps for him. Let's see if he has 496 pounds in him today. This is a very impressive weight for an 82.5 kilo male.
Come on, Christian.
There we go. Taking his time for a setup. And there we go. Get up! And he locks it out.
Let's see what the judges
That is
say.
a great pull by Christian. 2 out of 3 white lights. There we go. Giving the spotter some love. He's been having a great day today.
Giving all the referees handshakes, gentleman act.
There we go, Christian. Going for a 9 for 9 day. That is perfect. Ending his total off at 605 kilos out of the 82. Brother has been having a great day. There we go, Shy. Shy is coming up with the third attempt deadlift at 225 kilos, 496 pounds. Let's see if Shy has it in him today. Come on, Cheyenne.
Come on,
There
Shy.
we go. Taking his time with the setup. Keeping everything consistent. There we go, Shy. There we go. That is a
The head nod.
picture perfect pull by Shy. Coming back, jumping 5 kilos after missing 220 kilos. That is a great pull by Shy.
And we see one of our spotters throw Shy his belt as he forgot on the platform.
3 for 3 on. Next up, we have Devin Sanger going for 260 kilos. This is going to be a 25 kilo jump from his second to his third in the men's round open 125 kilo class. These are massive jumps Devin's making today. First a 30 kilo jump, then a 25 kilo jump. Let's see if Devin has it in today to blow this one up, just like he did his first and second. 15 seconds on the clock, and there we go, get up! There we go, Devin. Standing up with 260 kilos, and he gets it. 3 white lights for Devin. That ends his day off as 8 for 9. That is a very, very impressive pull. A lot of fight in this young man. Ending his total off at 592.5 kilos.
Next up, we got Ricky Ortiz attempting his second attempt.
Attempting his second attempt again at 260 kilos, 573.5 pounds.
Let's see if he gets his get back on this one.
Ricky coming up with some vengeance on this one. Getting a little stuck at his knees at the second attempt. Let's see what he's got in store for his third.
Come on, Ricky.
And it looks good for here. And he stands up with 260 kilos.
And 3
Three white lights. He is pulling 260 kilos at 67.5 a calf kilo class. That is a very, very impressive pull by Ricky. 647.5 day. Next up, we have Daniel Gilmore at the same weight, 573 pounds or 260 kilos.
jumping 7.5 kilograms from a second attempt of 252.5.
Come on, Daniel. Last pull of the day. Let's see if we can end off with a perfect day. Daniel has been going
Come on,
8
Daniel.
for 9, 8 for 8. Up. And he was right there. Let's see if we can knock it out. Come on. Let's see what the judges say on that one. That one's a little.
3 red
There we
lights.
go. A little soft in the lockout. Hey, but that has been a perfect meet ran by TSS very own Wes Unker. We just want to say congrats on 200 meets he has done for the USAPL.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you guys realize 200 meets is an insane milestone.
That is almost a meet every week for 2 years. 4 years? 50, 50, 50. Yeah, 4 years every weekend a meet.
Let's just say the math wasn't mathing right now.
This is a very impressive feat by our very own Wes Unker. And this is another successful meet for TSS.
Award. Women's goes to third place for the women's division. Davion, where you at? Dave, where's Dave at? And that award tonight is Davion Aldridge. With both captains of the week, single-handedly with one hand tied behind his back. All right, Dave, you ready to hand out awards? All right, in the women's, we're all open. 48 kilo weight class in first place. Liberty Falcone. All right, first place in the raw 56 kilo weight class. The medium trans roper. Raw open, 60 kilo weight class, first place, Larissa Villanueva. In the raw open, 67 kilo weight class, first place goes to Kalista Zimmerly. Kalista Zimmerly. Saying it right? In the raw open, 35 kilo weight class, first place goes to Diana Vasquez. In the raw open 90 kilo weight class, first place, Dakota Young. She did not go young after this week. Moving on to the men's division, raw open 60 kilo weight class, first place, Jose Nicolete. Jose. In the raw open 67 kilo weight class, first place, Ricky Ortiz. Raw open 25 kilo weight class, first place goes to Jacob Alvarez. 82.5 kilo weight class. First place goes to Christian Camacho. In the 90 kilo raw division, third place goes to Tyson Munn. Tyson Munn. Second place goes to Jared Navarro. And first place in the raw open 90 kilo weight class goes to Austin Kerr. In the raw open 100 kilo weight class, first place goes to Gerardo Baranga. In the raw open 150 kilo weight class, second place goes to Brian Cornwell. And first place goes to Cheyenne. Randy Remington. In the 125 kilo weight class, in second place, Devin Zinger. First place in the raw open 125 kilo weight class goes to David Gilmore. And our best lifters for the meet will call up together. Female best lifter, Dakota Young. Male best lifter, Ricky Ortiz, come on to the stage, please. Round of applause for our best lifters from tonight's meet.
Rick's number one.
Ay, qué chulo.
And that concludes the meet. Feel free to take pictures of one of our t-shirts and appreciate you coming out tonight. I'm handing my number to Dan. Got a word, a few words you want to say, I guess? All right, everyone. Alright, I'm about 7 beers in. We'll see how this week goes. This is not just any ordinary meet, alright? Texas straight system is all blue collar work. All of us, not only us, all the staff, Arthur, Kara, Zach, Opie right there, David on, we all work really hard to make this place a special place. Give a round of applause for all the TSS staff real quick. Then I want to acknowledge the members here at TSS. You guys keep us going. We're here for you guys, and you guys come over here and train so hard each and every day, and we're going to be more grateful for all the effort you put in here. I take a lot of, one of the things I love about my job is we get to come to work where we can create a space where everyone can become better. And just that thought in itself is just so mind-blowing to me, and I'm very grateful for our members that come over here and just come to work every single day. So give a round of applause for our members here. Woo! Alright, last but not least, Wes Junker. None of this is possible without Wes and all of his hard work. Imagine 200 of these meets in his whole entire career. 200 USAPO meets. It's my blood. We tried thinking of who else has done that. Not that many people, if any, So give a round of applause for Wes. Wes, come out here, Wes. Get over here, Wes. Got too many years in me for this mic to be in my hands right now. Wes, thanks for the 200. Get on that. There you go. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. It's been nice to have a safe trip home. Feel free to